Hello my dear students. Today we will study about potential energy of a dipole in an external field. Here uniform external field we have to consider, and already we have studied behavior of electric dipole in a uniform electric field. So as shown in figure, this plus q and minus q both are separated by distance 2a, and direction of dipole moment, that is from minus q to plus q, that is p vector, and this dipole is kept in uniform electric field. Direction of electric field is in x direction. This dipole makes an angle theta with x axis. It means angle between p vector and e vector, that is theta. Here if we consider this center point as origin, then this OQ, that is a vector, and this is O minus Q, that is minus a vector, because in downward direction, therefore this is minus a vector and this is plus a vector. If this angle is theta, then this will also be theta. Component of A adjacent to theta, that is plus a cos theta, and component of minus a, this is minus a, adjacent to theta, that is minus a cos theta. Okay. This thing we are going to use later on in this theory, plus a cos theta and minus a cos theta. So consider a dipole with charges q1 is equal to plus q and q2 is equal to minus q, placed in a uniform electric field E vector as shown in figure. Here if I consider this as minus q and this as plus q, this is center of the dipole O. This is the direction of electric field. This dipole moment p vector makes an angle theta with electric field. So force acting on plus q charge. Force acting on plus q charge is in the direction of electric field. So this is QE. And force acting on negative charge, that is in the direction opposite to electric field, that is minus QE. From this figure we can write net force acting on the dipole, that is QE minus QE, that is 0. So we can say that net force acting on the dipole, that is 0. So we can write F net is equal to 0. But here these two forces, plus QE and minus QE, both are having different lines of action. So these two forces are forming couple. Whenever couple is formed, at that time torque will act, and torque acting on dipole is torque tau vector is equal to p vector cross e vector. This already we have studied in chapter number 1. So torque acting on dipole is, in magnitude it can be written as torque tau is equal to pe sin theta. Due to these two forces, dipole will try to move in this direction, that is clockwise. So this dipole tries to align in the direction of electric field. At one moment this theta will become 0 and dipole will align in the direction of electric field. When theta becomes 0, at that time no torque will act on the dipole, and that is called equilibrium condition, stable equilibrium condition. Now suppose an external torque is applied in such a manner that it just neutralizes the torque. If we apply external torque in the opposite direction like this, so this is the direction of external torque and this is the torque due to this electric field. and rotates it in the plane of paper from angle theta naught to plane angle theta 1 at an infinitesimal angular speed and without angular acceleration. So here let me consider this angle as theta naught, and here suppose due to this external torque, this dipole plus q and minus q makes an angle theta 1. So due to this external torque, angular displacement is in this direction. So we can say tau external and angular displacement, that is d theta, both are in the same direction. So here we can write the amount of work done will be given by work done in rotating this dipole from angle theta naught to theta 1, that is tau external vector dot d theta vector. Here rotational work we have to consider because net force acting on the dipole is 0. Therefore whatever work is done, that is due to this torque. So this work is called rotational work, and amount of work done in rotating this dipole from angle theta naught to theta 1 is tau external vector dot d theta vector. Whenever we remove dot, at the time we can write tau external d theta cos theta. Here you can see tau external and d theta both are in the same direction because external torque is in this direction and angular displacement, that is from theta naught to theta 1, that is also in the direction of torque. So tau external and d theta both are in the same direction. So it can be written as tau external d theta cos 0, that is 1. So integration tau external d theta. But here equal and opposite torque is applied. Torque due to electric field, that is Pe sin theta, and external torque is also Pe sin theta. So instead of tau external we can write Pe sin theta d theta. Now this is the integration with respect to theta only. So we can take Pe outside the integration. So it can be written as Pe integration theta naught to theta 1 sin theta d theta. Integration of sin theta, that is minus cos theta. So Pe as it is, integration of sin theta, that is minus cos theta, and limit is from theta naught to theta 1. If we take this negative sign outside, then it can be written as minus Pe cos theta, and limit is from theta naught to theta 1. Now minus Pe as it is, if we substitute first limit, then cos theta 1 minus cos theta naught. If we take this negative sign inside the bracket, then it can be written as work done W is equal to Pe minus minus plus cos theta naught minus cos theta 1. So work done is equal to Pe cos theta naught minus cos theta 1. Equation number 1. Whatever work is done, that is stored in the form of potential energy. But we know that potential energy is not defined. Change in potential energy is defined. Therefore work done is equal to change in potential energy. So this work done is nothing but change in potential energy, that is delta U. Therefore change in potential energy delta U is equal to Pe cos theta naught minus cos theta 1. So here we can write formula of change in potential energy, that is delta U is equal to Pe cos theta naught minus cos theta 1. What we are getting? Change in potential energy. But if we have to find potential energy at some angle, then we have to consider some reference angle. When we were bringing charge from infinity to given point, at the time we have considered potential energy 0 at infinity. Same way here also we have to consider potential energy 0 at particular angle. So if you want to find potential energy at particular angle theta, so I am interested in u theta. So let me take, if we rotate the dipole from theta is equal to pi by 2 to some angle, this is minus q, this is plus q, theta. In rotating the dipole from pi by 2 to theta, it means here we have to take theta naught, that is equal to pi by 2. Initial angle theta naught is equal to pi by 2, and finally we reach at angle theta 1 is equal to theta. So if we rotate the dipole from pi by 2 to theta, then this formula of change in potential energy can be written as delta u is equal to Pe cos theta naught, that is pi by 2 cos pi by 2 minus cos theta 1, that is cos theta. Okay, what is delta u? Change in potential energy, that is final potential energy minus initial potential energy. Final potential energy, that is potential energy at angle theta, so u theta minus u pi by 2. Potential energy at pi by 2 angle, that is equal to Pe. What is the value of cos pi by 2? That is 0 minus cos theta. Correct? So this is the change in potential energy. If I take potential energy at pi by 2 angle 0, then it can be written as u theta is equal to Pe minus Pe cos theta, because potential energy at pi by 2 angle we have taken 0. This is the reference angle. At this angle we are considering potential energy 0. So taking theta naught is equal to pi by 2 and theta 2 is equal to theta 1 is equal to theta, we can get potential energy at particular angle. This is the assumption that we have taken potential energy at pi by 2 0. So u theta is equal to minus Pe cos theta. So u theta is equal to minus Pe cos theta, equation number 2. So this can be written as minus P vector dot E vector. Dipole moment, that is vector quantity, electric field, that is vector quantity, and here scalar product of these two will give you potential energy at particular angle theta. So u theta is equal to minus Pe cos theta. So if you want to find potential energy at particular angle, then this is the formula of potential energy. U theta is equal to minus Pe cos theta. So we can write u theta is equal to minus P vector dot E vector, equation number 3. So this is the value of potential energy of electric dipole when it is placed in external electric field. There is another method. This is alternate method to obtain change in potential energy of electric dipole. Already we have studied that whenever charges are placed in external field, then how to obtain potential energy. How many charges are given? 2. Q1 and Q2. Q1 that is plus Q, Q2 that is minus Q. So when two charges are placed in external electric field, at the time formula of potential energy, here I am taking potential energy U prime theta is equal to Q V R1 vector minus Q V R2 vector. This is Q1, this is Q2. Because we know the formula of potential energy in external electric field, Q1 V R1 vector plus Q2 that is minus Q. Therefore I have taken minus Q V R2 vector minus potential energy of system of two charges. That is why I have taken minus. Actually we should write plus, but second charge that is negative, so plus Q into minus Q, that will give you minus Q square. So instead of plus I have written minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2, that is q into minus q, that is minus q square upon 2a. We know the formula of potential energy due to system of two charges, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r12. R12, that is the distance between two charges. Here distance between two charges, that is 2a. Distance between two charges, that is 2a. So we can write minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a. Here r1 vector and r2 vector denote the position vectors of plus q and minus q. Therefore, potential energy at particular angle theta can be written as, if we take q common, then it can be written as q v r1 vector minus v r2 vector minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a. But we know the formula of change in potential, that is dv is equal to minus e vector dot dr vector. dv, that is change in potential. So change in potential in bringing these two charges q1 and q2 from infinite to given point. So here we are bringing these two charges plus q and minus q at some point, and these two charges q1 and q2 both are at particular positions, r1 vector and r2 vector, correct? So from this origin plus q is at this distance r1 vector and this is r2 vector. Okay. So v r1 vector minus v r2 vector, this is a change in potential. So this is r1 minus r2 minus e dot dr vector. This is displacement dr vector. So minus e into, here also we have to take r1 minus r2 because we have taken v r1 minus v r2. Therefore here we have to take r1 vector minus r2 vector. So we have to consider this position of plus q and minus q in the direction of electric field. If we consider the position of plus q in the direction of electric field, then this is nothing but a cos theta. So here I am writing a cos theta minus final minus initial. This is minus a cos theta. So a minus a cos theta. Minus minus plus, therefore 2a cos theta. So this dr is nothing but 2a cos theta. So vr1 vector minus vr2 vector we can write minus e into 2a cos theta. There is one another method also. Instead of this, if we consider this as minus q, this as plus q, and distance between them, that is 2a, and here is the direction of electric field, E vector, correct? So this is nothing but dr vector, this is E vector, and a dr vector, this is 2a vector, an angle between them, that is theta. So E vector dot dr vector, we know that can be written as minus E dr cos theta, and dr, that is nothing but 2a. So instead of that we can write E into 2a cos theta. So this way also we can write E dr minus E into 2a cos theta. So v r1 vector minus v r2 vector is equal to minus E into 2a cos theta. Now this is the change in potential that is available to us. Substitute the value of this v r1 vector minus v r2 vector here, that is minus E into 2a cos theta. We thus obtain u dash theta is equal to q into v r1 vector minus v r2, that is minus E into 2a cos theta, minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a, as it is. Now here this is 2a and this is q, but 2a q, that is the formula of electric dipole moment. P is equal to magnitude of charge into distance between two charges, that is q into 2a. So instead of q into 2a we can write p. So u dash theta is equal to minus pe cos theta minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a. This is the formula of potential energy at angle theta. Equation number 4. We have obtained the formula of potential energy at angle theta in first method, and this is the formula of potential energy at angle theta through second method. In both the methods, what is the difference? Here u dash theta differs from u theta by a quantity which is just a constant, this constant. And since constant is insignificant, this is insignificant for potential energy, we can drop second term in equation 4 and it can be then reduces to equation number 2. If we drop this term and if we compare equation number 3 and 4, then both the equations will be same. There we were getting u theta is equal to minus pe cos theta, and here also if we drop this term, then we will get u theta is equal to minus pe cos theta. We can drop this term because this is constant. Here we are interested in change in potential energy, because change in potential energy is defined. Potential energy is not defined. This is the value of potential energy. When we will find the change in potential energy, then the change in potential energy will be same at theta naught is equal to pi by 2. If we want to obtain potential energy at theta naught is equal to pi by 2, then what will be the situation? Here, this is the direction of electric field, and if we place the dipole like this, minus q plus q, and this is the origin, correct? So at this position and at this position, what will be the value of potential? Potential at this point, VR1 vector, and here VR2 vector, and this is the direction of electric field. This is the line perpendicular to the electric field, and we know that equipotential surfaces are always perpendicular to electric field, and this is uniform electric field. So we will get equipotential surface perpendicular to the electric field like this, and at each and every point on this surface potential will be same. Therefore potential at R1 vector and potential at R2 vector will be same when angle is pi by 2. Therefore we can write u dash theta naught is equal to q v r1 vector minus v r2 vector minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a. But at this angle theta naught, these two potentials are same. If these two potentials are same, then here if we consider this as 5 volt, then 5 minus 5, that is 0. 0 into anything 0. So we can write u dash theta naught is equal to 0 minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a. This is possible at this angle only. That is why we have considered potential energy at angle pi by 2, at an angle pi by 2, 0. Because at this angle potential is same. That was the reason. Only because of that we have taken potential energy at pi by 2, 0. Now here if we find change in potential energy, delta u, using these two equations, equation number 4 and this equation u dash theta naught, then delta u is equal to u dash theta minus u dash theta naught is equal to minus pe cos theta minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a. This is the value of u dash theta minus, now the value of u dash theta naught, that is minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a, minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a, but minus minus, that is plus. So plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a will get cancelled. So here also change in potential energy delta u, we are getting minus pe cos theta. There also this was the change in potential energy. So this is nothing but delta u. Delta u we were getting minus pe cos theta, and here also using second method we are getting change in potential energy, that is minus pe cos theta. Therefore this constant minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square upon 2a is not significant. Therefore, we can drop this term when we are using second method. We can drop this constant. So this way we can obtain the formula of potential energy at an angle theta when dipole is placed in external electric field. Now we will solve example 2.6. A molecule of a substance has a permanent electric dipole moment of magnitude 10 raised to minus 29 coulomb meter. This is the value of dipole moment for one molecule. And a mole of this substance is polarized. What is the meaning of polarization? During polarization, electric dipole moment align in the direction of electric field. All the dipoles of each and every molecule align in the direction of electric field. At a low temperature, by applying a strong electrostatic field of magnitude 10 raised to 6 volt per meter. Value of electric field is given to us 10 raised to 6 volt per meter. Initially, when dipole align in the direction of electric field, at the time theta 1 we have to consider theta that we have to consider 0 degree. The direction of the field is suddenly changed by an angle of 60 degree. So theta 1 that is 0, theta 2 that is 60 degree. The direction of the field is suddenly changed. Then angle between dipole and electric field that is 60 degree. So I am taking theta 2 that is 60 degree. Estimate the heat released by the substance in aligning the dipoles along the new direction of the field. Now, what amount of heat is released in aligning dipoles in the direction of electric field? Because now finally they are making angle 60 degree. So when this dipole will move, at the time some amount of heat will be released. For simplicity, assume 100% polarization of the sample. 100% polarization is not possible, but here they have given we have to consider 100% polarization. It means dipoles of all the molecule align in the direction of electric field. Dipole moment of each molecule is equal to 10 raised to minus 29 coulomb meter. Value of electric field they have given 10 raised to 6 volt per meter. Theta 1 is 0 degree, theta 2 that is 60 degree, and they are asking us to find heat released in this process. During polarization, if you want to find heat released, then that is nothing but change in potential energy. Change in potential energy will give you amount of heat released during this process. For one molecule, dipole moment is 10 raised to minus 29 coulomb meter. But they have given 1 mole substance. In 1 mole substance, there are 6 into 10 raised to 23 molecules. So total electric dipole moment is 6 into 10 raised to 23 into 10 raised to minus 29. 23 minus 29 that is minus 6. So we can write total electric dipole moment of 1 mole substance is 6 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb meter. Initially, when all the dipoles are aligned in the direction of electric field, at the time potential energy is minus Pe cos theta 1. When all the dipoles are aligned in the direction of electric field, at the time theta 1 that is 0, so minus Pe cos 0, value of cos 0 that is 1, value of P that is 6 into 10 raised to minus 6, E that is 10 raised to 6, 10 raised to 6 minus 6 will get cancelled. What will remain? Minus 6 joule. Final potential energy. Now suddenly the direction of electric field is changed. At the time angle between the electric dipole moment and electric field that is 60 degree. At the time potential energy is minus Pe cos 60 degree. Minus 6 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 10 raised to 6. Cos 60 that is 1 by 2. So it can be written as minus 3 joule. And if you want to find heat released during this process, then heat released is equal to change in potential energy U2 minus U1. So minus 3 minus minus 6. So that is plus 6. 6 minus 3 that is 3 joule. So this much amount of heat is released during this process. Thank you.